CHOFF yup, it's the CHOFF. Yeah. All right, welcome back to the CHOFF. Super excited today. We have a very amazing special guest in the house today. Dank Demoss, what up, though?
What's up? What up, though?
I'm chilling. I'm so excited to have you in here. One of my best friends, O'Shea, who's a rapper here in Detroit, he put me up onto your music. And so part of the reason why I wanted to call you in here today is because the minute I press play on your Spotify and I go through your music, I'm realizing, like, you have so much range. It's kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to kind of start off with just talking about, you know, how you got to have this passion for music, how you got to be so comfortable with all these different styles, and what that just means for you.
My dad did music, so I kind of like grew up in it or whatever. And my dad kept a studio in the house, so I was raised around it. I was always around it. I gained a passion for it. It was a story that my parents told me that they thought they had lost me. They was pushing me in a buggy or whatever, and they found me in a church, sitting there just listening to them sing. So I guess that's where it started. But music always been around, you know, my dad.
So you wandered off from your family and you ended up at a church.
Yeah, I did. That's what they told me. Yeah.
Is that where you get a lot of your inspiration from gospel and church music?
Well, I didn't really like grow up in the church, but I did go to church with like my aunt and, you know, my other family. But I did like gain like a strong bond and love for like gospel because I like to sing. Yeah. You know, I always wanted to sing in a choir. So yeah,
it's like you sing really nice. You got like the R&B vibes going on, but you've also like some of your songs.
Honey, get that.
It's all good. We got the squad in here today. But I've noticed not only do you have the melodies and things like that, but like some of your songs, you straight up like almost tap like a Cash Doll level of just like bars, just hammering them in.
Okay, yeah. I love to rap. My dad raps, so I've always been like a writer. ELA was my favorite, you know, subject growing up. So
I love that. But while we got all these noises going on here, let's say what's up to the crew quick. But so I wanted to kind of take a minute and just ask you about what people get wrong about your story.
Yeah, I feel like people, like, they see a bigger girl, so they think of my 600-pound life, or they think of lazy, or you shouldn't be you shouldn't be outside, you shouldn't wear what you wearing and stuff like that. And a lot of times they put me in a box, and I'm outside of the box. It's like, y'all can't put me back in that box because I done already worked my way out of the box. And people think I just sit there and eat. I actually have thyroid problems. Like, I have hypothyroid, so my metabolism don't work at my best interest. It's very slow, you know. So that's where the weight gain comes from. But yeah, like I said, they try to put me in a box where it's just like, fat people do this, or PH fat, you know, fat people do this, or you're not supposed to do that, or, you know, but that ain't me. They got me so messed up with that part. So.
That's a good point you bring up, though, about the thyroid thing, because I think a lot of people they're not even like aware that health things can, you know, affect your daily appearance. Mm-hmm. Like, I've got family that really struggle with that as well, and it's like what you have to actually do to like correct that is so it's like near impossible, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so I think like the more we can just recognize that, like, you know, it's not necessarily a choice the way you show up in the world. So
yeah, it is what it is. This is me. This is what you get. I am working on, you know, getting to where I want to be, because I at least want to be 140 because I want to have kids. I don't want to get down to 200, 300, then stop, then have a child and gain all my weight back. So I feel like I will stop at 140, then start a family. But yeah, and then like with the thyroid problems, it's like I could take my medicine and my thyroid can get back on track. But then if I go back and my thyroid levels is low, it's like I gotta get back on that medicine. So it's like a up and down battle for me. I've been going through all my life, so it is what it is.
Makes you tough, right?
Yeah,
makes you strong.
Yeah.
I love that. So I kind of gassed you up on your sound a little bit, but I want to know, like, I want to hear how you describe your sound, maybe in 3 words or less.
Different, daring, and bold. Yeah, different, daring, and bold.
Bold. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
You are pretty bold. You got some what's the word, like, kind of like a little bit of attitude on you. Some of your words, you're like you're flexing. You're letting them know, like, Dank's out here. I love that.
Yeah. Thank you.
As far as the music you plan on making in the future, do you keep going on this like lane of versatility, or is there something you really that's like been speaking into you?
I stay in a lane of versatility because like you can't keep giving the people the same thing, you know. They eventually get bored and want something different, want something new. So a lot of times when I do travel, I pick up like their style. You know, I'm Detroit, you know, but a lot of times when I travel, I pick up like that state or like their style, their genre of music, and I will incorporate it into me, and then I give them something that's Dank Demoss, you know. So I play around with sounds a lot. I don't want to just stay the same sound. I don't want my people to get bored, you know. So I sing and rap. So.
Are you the type who like overthinks things in the studio?
I do. Like a lot of times when I make a record, I be like, I don't like this. I send it to my team and they be like, this is hot, this is fire, and I just like, okay, whatever. So I listen to it over and over, and I be like, dang, that is fire. Like, you know, a lot of times I just press record and I just say how I feel. And when I go back and listen to it, I be like, dang, I really, like, I said that. Like, I'm going through that for real, you know? So
yeah.
I do overthink, though.
Yeah, that's been, I make music myself, and that's been one thing, like, over the past 6 or 8 months, I kind of just, like, made a promise to myself. Like, I'm just going to get the music done, and, like, if I hate it, I'll worry about it later.
A lot of times you can hate something, but other people don't.
Totally. We're always our own biggest critics.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I love that. What's your favorite bar you've ever written?
My favorite what?
Bar you've ever written.
Bar? Let me see. Hey, fat queen, these bitches under me. Worry about who? My favorite bar is I made it on my own. Y'all had to suck 3 dicks. That's my favorite. That went crazy. Like, everybody quoted that. Like, you know, that's one of my favorites. I got plenty more, but I will say that's probably number 1.
That's the most quoted.
Yeah. Pay Fat Queen. That's my favorite bar too. Pay Fat Queen. So, I love that.
I love it. I love the way that you're just like you give people your most authentic self. I think that's something that, like, when you can figure that out as an artist, you've won. You know, because I think there's so many people that try to uphold like an image or try, you know, maybe they find themselves in this lane and that's what sells, so that's what they stick with forever. And I imagine there can be some real dissonance there when you kind of maybe outgrow that, or it just doesn't feel like you anymore. So it's cool to see your authenticity really shine through.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So you kind of blew up recently. That's exciting. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to know, like, what's something that happened after that you like really didn't expect?
After my situation?
Yeah, just after you got in the press the way you did, you know, after you've got all these opportunities, what's something that popped up that you're like, I never would have expected this?
So I've been doing music for a long time, you know, and I've had a big following for a long time. So after that situation happened, I didn't expect for like the news, the Fox 2, I didn't expect for that type of media or that type of press. But it happened. I went through it and I did it, and I'm here where I am today, you know. I didn't expect that it would be I would be at the Breakfast Club that fast. You know, that's something I really didn't expect, you know, but I'm very grateful. Like I said, well, like you mentioned, I gave the people my authentic self, and you know, I didn't expect that. That's what I didn't expect.
Well, and I think
I didn't expect like a lot of hate either. I didn't expect that, you know, but it is what it is.
You're always gonna get haters the more attention you get.
Yeah.
But I think a really cool thing to point out about like your situation is everything is like, you know, sometimes you work really hard for something and the results come to you, but not in the way you expected, right? You probably before this happened expected you were gonna like drop a song, it would maybe get the right, you know, clicks or the algorithm, and then that's what would bring you to the Breakfast Club or whatever. And it's like I was just having a conversation with one of my good friends about this the other day, because it's like in this life we have to like take the good with the bad, and we have to recognize that like, you know, a terrible situation of like, you know, discrimination or whatever it is can turn into something good if you deserve it and if you put in the work. And it like in a roundabout way, as awful as that situation was, it's like look at you now, you know, you're larger than life. It's really awesome to see.
You always got to take the good out of the bad, you know? Yeah. So that's
I love that.
What's going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. If your life were a movie, what would the title be?
If my life was a movie, what would the title be? I don't know. I never thought about that. I guess it'll be like Butterfly.
Butterfly. I like that.
But the butterfly. I love that. The butterfly. Yes, I am a butterfly. I was in this shell in this cocoon. I'm a butterfly.
Look at you now. Yeah.
You know, yeah. I love butterfly. So yeah, it will be the butterfly.
That's a good one. I like that. The butterfly. No, we got the squad in here. No worries. You guys make as much noise as you want. This is your show. What's something people would never expect about you?
I collect books.
Really?
Yeah, I collect tea. I collect books.
You're a big collector.
Yes.
That's crazy. I'm the opposite. I'm hyper minimalist. I hate having like objects around. Really? So that's really cool though.
I love books. Anything. It don't matter. Like, you know, when you driving by and they got those little bird houses, but it got books in it.
Yes, love those.
I get those. I get all the books. I be feeling so bad. But every time I ride, I'll probably ride past like twice. I be like, ain't nobody got no book. Go back again. They still ain't got no books. The third time, I'm taking all of them.
You clean it out?
I clean it out.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I don't know if you is, but I take care of those books. You know, I love books. It started in the 3rd grade. I read my first book by myself. It was Horrible Harry. And I read that book by myself. And it was, you know, Horrible Harry chapter book, whatever, for kids. I read that book in 3rd grade. I was so excited. I took it home. I was telling my parents, I read this book by myself. I'm proud of you, whatever. So after I took the book home and I kept it. So after that, I would go to school every day and bring home a book. And I just started collecting books. I didn't know I was stealing these books. I was stealing these damn books. You were
stealing them from school?
Man, yes. And by the time I graduated high school, I probably had over like 300 books.
Oh, and the school is like, where are all of our books?
Yeah, I had them, but they came from, like I said, it was in 3rd grade, all the way up to 12th grade. You know, so I was just collecting books, and now I got books. But after my dad died, I lost all my books, so I probably got like 60 books right now. It's actually crazy though how there isn't like a checks and balances system in place at schools like that. I don't think I ever gave back one of my calculators I rented out. Man, like I'm just sitting on like 6 old calculators from school. That's crazy.
And it's like you can't sell them; they're not worth anything now.
You know, you got the phones.
Yeah, exactly.
I might need no calculator.
That's wild. I love that. What would your 10-year-old self say if they saw you now?
My 10-year-old self would tell me, what would my 10-year-old self tell me now? Yeah. She probably be like, I can't wait to be you. Like, I can't wait to have the confidence that you have. I can't wait to look pretty and feel pretty. I can't wait to find my, you know, my balance or my style or, you know,
I love that.
to be happy like you.
I love that. Yeah. That's what it's all about too. Just like, and for me, it's something that's happened the older I've gotten, like being able to just like know yourself and know what you like and what you want and like be able to move in that direction gracefully. It's a really exciting part of aging.
Yeah,
not to get all esoteric with it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, what's next for you? You got projects on the way?
I do.
The big screen yet? What's going on? Anything you want to share?
I have a few features coming up. I have a feature with Scarlett and Fendi. We still in the works of that. I have a feature with them. I have a feature with this girl named Kayla Marr, and based out of Atlanta. Nazi, she's in Philly. What else? I am working on my own project. I need an album out. I've been out here for like 8 years. I ain't dropped an album, but I'm working on that. And yeah, I'm traveling. I'm networking. You know, I'm doing press. I'm doing shows and stuff like that. I am going to be starring in a big movie really soon.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I can't talk too much about it, but it's real TV screen. Like no Netflix. It's probably gonna be on Netflix. But no Tubi. This ain't no Tubi. I hate to toot my own little horn, but this ain't no Tubi. Ain't nothing wrong with Tubi movies, but I'm very proud of myself. So I'm going to star in a movie really soon. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff ahead of me this summer. I am going to have my own show really soon. Can't talk too much about that either.
Ooh.
But it's a lot. I have a lot of things going on, and that's the thing. A lot of people, they don't know how hard I work. You know, they don't know how hard how hard I work and how much it took for me to be where I'm at today. You know, so yeah, I got a lot of things going on and coming.
You're putting the foot on the gas. I
love
it.
And I'm not letting up. I'm not taking my foot off.
I love it. And you got that energy too. I love just your perspective on life just from talking for a few minutes here. It's like you seem to be very, you have a lot of gratitude, it seems like.
I do.
And I think, you know, I feel like there's this stigma of, like, if you go viral that you're going to, like, fall quick. Like, the quicker you go up, the quicker you're down, whatever. That's, like, a saying that's thrown around a lot. But I feel like there's a lot of value in, like, you know, having those moments when you're someone that has been working hard for so long and you're able to just really, like, take it and blossom into the butterfly you're meant to be.
The butterfly.
I love it.
I am the butterfly.
I love it. You are the butterfly.
I am.
Well, Dank, I'm so excited to have you here today. I'm excited to hear your new stuff and see your film and everything. I can't thank you enough for making time to come chat on the CHOFF today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And
how do you say it? CHOFF?
CHOFF, yeah.
CHOFF, okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's deep. That's dope.
So my name is Christian Hoffer. I was given that nickname at a young age.
Oh, you put it together.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So... Yeah. I DJ for your cousin too.
Really?
All of his rap shows. We've been DJing together. I've been doing those since college.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shout out to my cousin.
Shout out O'Shea.
Shout
we
out
gotta get a Dank O'Shea collab.
We do. Come on, Cuddy.
I love it. Well, I know you got to get to Atlanta, so we'll let you get out of here. But Dank, thank you so much for coming in. This has
been
for having fun to meet you, and I can't wait to just watch you keep crushing it out there. Thank you. CHOFF. Yup, it's the CHOFF. CHOFF.